Holy packs. All right, I am back with another video and another recent purchase. This one was a card shop, a little bit more impromptu. I was actually going to get my taxes done, and when I finished dropping off what I needed to, I found out there was a new card shop next to my tax guy, so why not go check it out? And sure enough, I ended up getting 2 boxes worth of stuff. Wasn't planning on it. Everything that I paid for was it was 25 cents a card. So everything in here is 25 cents a card. I got 865 cards, but he ended up charging me a $200 even for everything. Then plus tax, it was like 214 with the tax. So a lot more than I was willing, that I was expecting to spend. I haven't really spent that much on a collection recently, but for 25 cents a card, let me show you what I got, and it's pretty good. So we'll start with this first box here. Let's start with the we'll start with this end first. I sorted it out, so at least it would be easier to present this way. So I'll start with some of the things that I think maybe would be like 50 cents, $1 each, if I resell it. So so they had a Yankee box. I was grabbing a whole bunch of Yankees, and that was the first thing I went to. But then I saw that he had all these Hall of Fame boxes. So it was full of players with Hall of Fame players and everything else. So I kind of grabbed a lot in the Yankee box first, maybe more stuff that I should have, because then I really started going after the Hall of Famers. So you'll see here I got a couple of Andy Pettitte rookies. So these cards are just, some of them are going to be Yankees, some of them are going to be mixed, but these are either like just newer stuff or stuff that I think I can sell for like $1 or something like that. Soriano rookies, some Sanders rookies. I'll breeze through these ones pretty quickly because this was in the Yankee box, but I didn't get it because of Nick Johnson. I got it because of Pat Burrell. Another Juan Soto card. Alan Ginter mini Munson. Topps Finest. Another Munson. This is a one of the Looney Tunes Reggie Jackson holograms. I don't know what this deck line is. I just grabbed this one because I'd never seen it before, so I just wanted to look at it. Some Ricky Henderson's junk wax era stuff, the All-Star card, right? So these ones I can go, 50 cents, potentially $1, whatever. But definitely worth more than a quarter. In some cases, you could get sell these for a quarter or whatever. Here are the Chipper Jones rookies. So typically sell those. Those go for about $1. More Don Mattingly, 87 Topps. Randy Johnson, the Rising Stars, 89 rookie. Diamond King, 92, I believe this one is. Yeah, 92 Donruss Diamond King. More All-Star cards. Another classic, Ricky Henderson. I'm always going to grab Ricky Henderson because that one, people really collect Ricky. So there's a lot of Ricky Henderson collectors, a lot of Don Mattingly collectors. I'm finding Brett, Ozzie Smith, and Bo Jackson. Those are like, people are always grabbing those cards. So I don't have any, and Tony wins too. So I'm not really worried about unloading those. Andre Beltre, his rookie card. And then some just of the all-time greats. And this is a short print. You got Brett and Yount getting their 3,000 hits. So I had this card previously, and that sold in one of my auctions, so I just grabbed it again. Got a gold card for Yount, more Henderson. This one was unique. I haven't seen this before. It's a Leaf steel card. So I don't know if you can hear that. So I haven't seen that before. So I grabbed that. You can see the edges are steel, everything else. So that was cool. I just haven't had that one before, so I grabbed that. More Henderson, All-Stars. You got some insert All-Star teams. These ones are from like 78, yeah. Ernie Banks, you're going to see a few of those. Got to get the Hank Aaron one. You could always sell that for $1 or $2. That's not a big deal. Same thing with this one, 85 from Roger Maris. Now I got the Al Leiter, so I got the two variations, right? The corrected version and the error version. So I like to sell those together. So 25 cents each for those, which is not a big deal. And then grabbed all of these as where I found them because, or where I could find them was because, you know, those are kind of unique. And this one was in good shape, this Kellogg's 3D. So I try to grab those where I can, just because there are people who collect them, and there are kind of rare in the sense that you don't really find them all too often. So these are the hand cut. I forget what these are, maybe Kraft, I think they are. And I'm not sure where these came from, and they're a little rough, but again, I just grabbed them. Oh, another play ball collect, also it must be Atlantic. I don't know what Atlantic is, but obviously a cutout of something. Thurman, they had the squirt soda ones. You got Reggie Jackson here, 81, and you'll see I got some other ones too, some good ones. But more Reggie Jackson. Like, some of these are stained, which is fine for me. Like 25 cents again, right? So it's not that bad. You get the 81 top scratch off cards, the post serial collectors, some more Fleer inserts. This one is like that photos. I've had a lot of these actually, and people have bought them, so I just grabbed that one. Juan Marcel. Then you got the Nestle cards. You got Roberto Clemente, right? 78 for the TCMA, whatever they are. And you got Perina. I don't know if that was the first edition or not, but 87. And then you got I got a lot of Drake's Cakes too. Yount early on too. This is a 77. A little rough shape. So you're gonna see some cards that are in rough shape that I grabbed. But again, it was, you know, 25 cents a card. You can't go wrong. So I'm just trying to fly through these as fast as I can, but more Drakes. Jiffy Pop, right? I haven't seen this around all that much, so trying to get it where I can. More of the glossy All-Stars limited edition. And I grabbed these here. Fantastic Sam's. I don't know where Fantastic Sam is, but I never had that. Had the, what is this, the 94 tribute card for Topps. More Drakes, more buttons. I don't know what this, oh, wiffle ball, that's right. that's fun. I think you got that on the bat whenever you bought a bat. Tom Seaver card one. There's another one. I think that's another wiffle ball. So definitely grab that. 78, oh, 75 Dave Winfield. So that's his rookie. Which is, I just realized that. I didn't even think about that. Oh no, 74 is his rookie, sorry. So 75 would be his second year. Yep. But still, look at that. Pretty mint card. Pretty sweet. So again, 25 cents a card. Now this is another cool one. Again, 25 cents. I had to grab it. The squirt. So this is 81, right? You're looking at a second year Ricky Henderson. That's gonna go for a few bucks. You got Yount in the 3D. More of the just the randomness, right? Drake's stuff. And then this next grouping is just all Bo Jacksons, and it's all junk wax stuff, Bo Jackson. But like I said, I can get people to buy the Bo Jackson, so I'm not so worried about this, whether it's like 50 cents or, you know, 75 cents a card. That's fine. But this one's one of those the 35th anniversary ones, so I thought that was pretty cool. But I just grabbed all of them, so nothing special there until you get to here. So in the 25-cent box was 4 of his 87 Topps cards. So I know you can get maybe about $3-4 for these. So that's pretty cool. So right there, pretty worthwhile grabbing those. But now you can see we're starting to get out of the junk. Well, we're still in the junk wax, but 2 cards that I got for my PC out of all this. Well, not my PC. One's for PC, one's just for myself. Was this card I collect on Mattingly's, and I had not seen this card before. It's obviously not. I don't think it's an insert, but you know, it's NFL team number 3. So I've never seen it. So I'm sure there's other ones that, you know, other baseball players or other celebrities touting, you know, their team. And he's from Evansville, Indiana. So I guess that's why he likes the Colts. But so that's for my PC. This, I'm putting together the set, and they had a whole bunch of checklists in there. So I needed that checklist for my 86 set. Here you got some 86 Donruss. Again, 25 cents a card. I'll probably say that a lot. You got Clemens, right? Can't go wrong with a second year Clemens for 25 cents. Then moving into 86 tops, right? You get all the stars. Again, whether I can get $1 or 50 cents for that, it's for me. It's, you know, when you can do it, I can do like a sale, a larger sale with these, so I'll be able to move them pretty easily. But here's a bunch of Clemens, Andre Dawson, 185 of Reggie Jackson. And then getting in the 84 tops, right? You get Ozzie Smith, more Reggie. You'll see some of the same players because they're the lots that I took them from. Very miscut Ozzie Smith there. But George Brett, Ricky Henderson, like I said, these are Andre Dawson. Those guys always move. There's a lot of collectors out there for them. So I don't have any problem getting anywhere between 50 cents to $1, potentially $2, depending on the year and the condition. So these years are pretty good, like, as far as condition goes. So you haven't really run across yet anything with a crease. There's Stargell. And now you get into 83 tops, right? More Ricky Hendersons, more Reggie Jacksons. Some of them were beat up, and I did put those back, but there was enough here that, like, I just had to grab them. And you can see they had multiples of the same card, so I just I just loaded up on them. You got Ricky Henderson, an 83 card, more Dawson. So far. So now you're getting the sense of the theme here, I'm sure. You know, 11 minutes in. Here was in the Yankee lot, so the Dave Righetti rookie. So I loaded up on that, obviously. But here you got the Diamond Kings, right? And the 82 Donruss. All the Hall of Famers. I don't think it's not this set, but I grabbed as many as I saw. Anything you got Bench and Seaver and Jackson and Winfield. So, and now you're in 82. You get more Molitor, more Brett, right? Here's Henderson in 82, right? And then again, sharp cards, not in bad shape at all. More Dave Righetti rookies. You're getting into seeing some Brett. But here's like where you'll start to potentially see some more, like the card conditions starting to fail a little bit. Because I was, again, just going through, and if the guy had a lot of, like, you know, these Ozzie Smiths, he had like 8 or 9 of those Ozzie Smiths, I was just throwing them in. And then if one was just in really bad shape and caught my eye, I pulled it. But there was quite a few that went in there that, you know, weren't the best shape. This one being the first one here. You know, you can't go wrong with a Ricky, but it does have a crease on it. I don't know if you guys can see that. Right there, it has a crease. So, you know, even still, like, I could put that in the, you know, 75 cent or something like that. And you see there now that, you know, the siding here's got a little scratch. So some of these aren't, you know, there's a reason why they were in the 25 cent lot. But for the majority, these were, you know, here's a Lee Smith rookie. So as I was going through these and pulling these out, and, you know, I mean, look at this card. This card's mint. You know, for 25 cents, like, what? Why wouldn't you? You know, that's a sharp card. I mean, I'm not looking at the, you know, looking at the centering and everything else. Like, that's, I mean, this one, the centering is worse than this one. This one's pretty well centered, you know? So, I don't know. It definitely was, I was going through these cards and pulling them out, and I was saying to myself, there's no way all these are just 25 cents each. But sure enough, you know, by the time I wrapped up, finished up, put them in stacks of hundreds, you know, the piles and the stack of hundreds, and said to the guy, like, all right, I'm ready to check out. He just totaled it up, times it by 25, and like I said, he rounded down, gave me it for $200, and I was on my way. So that was quite the deal. If this works out the way I think it will, I'll definitely go back there again and do this all over again. Because I'm hoping to maybe 3 to 4x my money on this, and then keep some for myself. So that'll work out great if I can do that. But here you go. Like, so as you can see, I'm in 81 Fleer, getting all the good stars, getting multiple of great stars. And I know I'm flying through them, but it's just, you know, I got 800 cards to go through, and I want to show you guys all of them. So this was the Yankee lot. Again, I was just grabbing one. So in the end, this probably wasn't worth grabbing these. These are 25-cent cards. But, you know, you got Reggie Jackson, Paul Molitor again. You're going to see, like I said, you're seeing the same players over and over again. But look, the cards are mint. The cards are in great shape. No reason why you shouldn't grab these for 25 cents. Like, it was a steal. This is the only one that's kind of it's like a little bit of a bubble. So like, almost like someone stepped on it. But all these Brett cards, and those go for a few bucks. The 81s, you know, you get the 82, Ricky Henderson, those go for a few bucks. So there's definitely cards that are going to be worth more than just $1. Like most of these 81 tops, 82 tops, 83, you know, and beyond, I'm looking to sell these just for $1, and I usually can sell them for $1 pretty easily. And like I said, the condition's pretty good on most of them. This one's a little rough. Oh, this one has a crease right there. But you got some bench, Carew, more Brett, more Carew, more Brett. Like I'm selling the 81s for $2 pretty regularly on some of the marketplaces groups and stuff. So it's, you know, I have a pretty confident I'm going to make a pretty nice profit on this overall. But you can see lots of Hall of Famers, great for filling sets, right? And some of these would be potentially grade worthy, you know, grading worthy. So that's the first box. That one just took us through 1981. So this second box here will take us 80 and below. So you'll see more. Now you'll see the condition. For the most part, the condition's still solid, but more and more there'll be cards that come up here. You know, I mean, look how many Reggie Jacksons I'm going through. I mean, come on, like this is ridiculous. But some of them do have like tips and creases. But Ozzie Smith 1980, like Dave Winfield 80, all these. I mean, can't go wrong with them, right? More Yount, McCovey, more Ozzie Smith. So we'll probably have about 10 Ozzie Smiths in here. Robin Yount, look at that, right? About 10 total there between all of them. More Winfield, some more Carews, Gary Carters. So, you know, couldn't go. I'm just going through the piles and just I couldn't. I had to leave. If I didn't leave, I easily could have probably taken another 800 cards if I if I stayed and went through more of the boxes. But I guess that'll give me something to do next time. But look at this. I mean, look at this. Another. I mean, I've already went through probably about 10 Ozzie Smiths in that last stack, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more. So, right. So probably got about 10 to 15 Ozzie Smiths. Andre Dawson. All right, so now we're getting into the 70s, right? Here's some 79. So this one, is probably hard to see, but it's like, it has surface issues. So a lot of these cards, there's going to be some issues, but you got Reggie Jackson. See here, you got some surface, like, look at that, like some bad corners there, but, and a little crease on the top there. But overall, nice. Thurman Munson, grabbed him out of the Yankee box, grabbed Jim Hunter out of the Yankee box. Bucky Dent. Right, so this one tipped corners, but I got to grab Thurman Munson where I can. And you're going to see some beat up ones later on, but more Reggie Jackson. So McCovey, now Molitor, right? So that's his second year, his first solo card. So can't not grab him. And then you got a 79 Yount, which is, you know, his rookie 75, obviously. Him and Brett got the big one there. More Hunter. More McCovey. Here you got the Padres with Dave Winfield, Johnny Bench. You're getting a handful of him. More Yount, right? Some rounded corners. So, Lou Brock, Berkey Jenkins, and another Carlton Fisk, but this one's in better shape. You get some Eckersley, Seaver, Blyleven, more Seaver. This one, actually, I'm looking at that one. That has like some, must have water damage because it's creased. So it's all I think it had some water damage. Something happened to that one. Or you got Andre Dawson, his second year card, right? Oh no, third year maybe. And then getting into the 78s, Gary Carter, all right, Jim Hunter. And this one had some creases in here. But Reggie Jackson, this was a tough corner. I don't know if you can see that one, but and then these were just some Yankee rookies and the Yankee manager, but more Thurman Munson. Here's some Reggie Jackson. This one got stepped on. This one's all wrinkled up. I shouldn't have gotten this one. That one I should have left behind, but I don't think I noticed it in just grabbing all of these Reggies, right? I just took them out there. More Jim Hunter, more Jim Cat, McCovey, more Jim Cat, Ted Simmons, right? Here's a Brett. That's going to be like a $3 or $4 card if it's like, depending on the shape, maybe a little more. And more McCovey. All right, getting to the end of the box here. Trying to keep it tight, but it's getting up there. But I hope you guys are enjoying this one because there's a lot of cards in here. So you got Robin Yount. That one's tough, but when you get into, you know, a 78s now, and you get Yount or anyone else within their second or third year, same thing with Carter, like you got to go for it. Here's Dave Winfield, Fergie Jenkins, another Robin Yount. This one's in really great shape. So I might have to look at some of these and just consider if it's grade worthy. Might be worth it. I don't know. We'll see. All right, so now we're getting into the 77s. You got Carlton Fisk. More just random rookies. Here you got Thurman Munson, but it's pretty creased up there. You can see that. That one's pretty bad. And this one's okay, but no, that one's got a crease too in that chip corner. But when I saw Thurman Munson, I just had to grab it. Turn back the clock. More Dave Winfield, right? A bunch of Dave Winfields. You can't go wrong. Cannot go wrong. And these are okay as far as condition goes. Ted Simmons, Robin Yount, a little miscut, but the condition's solid. George Brett, Gary Carter. Here's some bench World Series cards. Carlton Fisk, Willie McCovey with the stash. And then you got Johnny Bench, you got George Brett, Lou Brock, Rod Carew. Great cards, 25 cents each. I'm a broken record at this point. And then you get an Andre Dawson rookie for 25 cents. And it's not even creased. Not creased, not anything. So, oh wait, no, I lied. There is a small crease on Denny Walling. Like a surface crease. I'll get that Kurtz Card Care. I'll take that right out. I don't know. I never tried that. I don't think I ever will. I don't think I'd probably screw up the card even worse than it is. Come on. All right. So now we're getting to the end of it. So we're getting to some of the older cards and some of the surprises that I wasn't necessarily anticipating that I noticed after I went through it. So we have the 76 cards now. So, and another random Yankees, but this one you have a Ron Guidry rookie card was in there for 25 cents, and that was in the Yankee pile. So I grabbed all of those that I could. There's going to be a couple more. You got Jim Palmer in there, another Guidry rookie. This is a Jackson. I thought for sure there was going to be something wrong with this one, and there really isn't. There's nothing wrong with that one. So definitely took that Reggie Jackson 76 card. Jim Cat, you got a Gary Carter Gold Cup card. All right, second year for him. Carlton Fisk, this one's a little banged up. This one's also a little banged up, but second year Yount for 25 cents, you got to grab it. This one has a crease going down it, but still pretty good. And then you got some league leaders for 76, all-time greats. And then Seaver. And this one I just grabbed because it's a 76 card. Fergie Jenkins, this Carlton Fisk is nice. Look at that. That's sharp. That one's okay. It has some tough corners up there, but and this one's all right. It just has a marking on it. Rod Carew. So now let's get into something a little bit interesting here. So if you stuck with me this whole time, I appreciate it. But I was just, I'm just flipping through these lots that he has, and I'm just throwing these aside. I didn't even realize he had O-Pee-Chees in there. So it wasn't until I started breaking it out per year that I saw he had this 79 Reggie Jackson O-Pee-Chee. He had the 82 Yankees O-Pee-Chee, but look, it says traded to the Angels, so that's not on his Topps card. That's just on the O-Pee-Chee card. So 82 O-Pee-Chee, Eckersley O-Pee-Chee. These two, and there's another one in here too, the Burger King series. I think this was specific for the Yankees, but it might not have been. It just could have been at any Burger King. But again, 1980 Burger King, solid condition. The plastic's a little tough, but the card's in good shape. Molitor, that's a O-Pee-Chee. You got the 84 Smith O-Pee-Chee, 83 O-Pee-Chee for Smith, and then a 79 O-Pee-Chee for Winfield. And I guess it's not the Yankees because I thought maybe because I had Dave Winfield, but I forgot he was on the Padres. So another Burger King card. You got a 79, 279 Yount O-Pee-Chees, an 80s O-Pee-Chee for Yount there. Never mind, this was awesome too. 78 O-Pee-Chee, right? So these are, pretty good as far as pricing goes. $3-4 cards each. This 75 Jackson, but the some paper loss on the corner there. So some beat up 75s, but always fun to grab those, especially for 25 cents. 1974 cards, you got Jenkins, Hunter, you got a Fisk and Bench All-Star card. Again, shape's rough, so this is understandable why they're 25 cents. This one has a crease down it, but always going to grab it. And here's a Reggie Jackson 74 playoff card. You got Stargell and Jackson. And then this one, just a random 74 rookie card. But then you got Billy Williams and Rod Carew and the batting leaders. This card's in good shape. Same thing with this one. The Steve Carlton League Leaders card, that one's in good shape. This Reggie Jackson one, soft corners, but for a 73, it's in good shape. There's no real creases or anything on that one. So that's solid. For a 73, that's pretty good. There you got some scuff marks on the home run leaders, Norm Cash, Reggie Jackson. But overall, not bad. Now, these ones are beat up, but I wanted to grab them just because, one, I never had it. And I love Thurman Munson. Again, I'm a Yankees fan, so these are definitely beat up, right? Look at all the bent on that one. And this one's not as bad, but bad, right? This whole corner is super soft. But I just had to have it. 25 cents each, gotta have that just to grab it and then have the card. This one too, like the corner got chewed off, but you got a 67 league leaders with Sandy Koufax on it for 25 cents. Why not? And then these two 66 cards. The Gil Hodges is good. This is solid. Nothing really wrong with this card. He's a manager, but still 25 cents for that is solid. Willie Stargell. Again, the front is good. There's maybe a little crease up here in the corner, but it's the back side here. It looks like either somebody glued it or something like that has some issues. But again, not, 25 cents. You can't go wrong with it. So that was it. I mean, that was all 865 cards with under a half hour. So, again, 25 cents each. The guy gave me a deal, $200 flat, $214 with tax. So my hope is to turn a lot of these around and sell them for $1 or more. And I think I can do that for the majority of them. So it should be interesting to see what happens. But I hope you guys enjoyed that. I had a lot of fun going through those in the store and buying them, and now I'm gonna have a lot of fun posting them in the various spots and whatnot. So yeah, let me know what you think, and I will hopefully go back to these guys and try and get some more. So until the next one, guys, see ya.